Today's our topic is Introduction of Electrical Power System. An electrical power system is a network of electrical components developed to supply, transfer and use of electrical power. An example of electric power system is the grid that provide power to extended area. An external grid power system can be broadly divided into generator that supply the power and the transmission system that carry the power from the generating center to the load center and distribution system that feed the power to nearby homes and industries. Now, what is power system? Electrical power system is a component system of generation, transmission and distribution system. It uses the form of energy like coal and diesel and convert into electrical energy. The power system includes the device connected to the systems like synchronous generator, motor, transformer, circuit breaker and conductor. The power plant, transformer, transmission line, substation, distribution line and distribution transformer are the six main components of the power system. The power plant generates the power which is set up or set down through the transformer for transmission. The transmission line transfers the power to the various substations. Through the substation, the power is transferred to the distribution transformer which set up the power to the appropriate value which is suitable for the consumer. Now, structure of power system we see in the figure here: a generation station, transmission line and distribution system. The power system is a complex enterprise that may be subdivided into following subsystems. First, we introduce generating station. In generating station, the fuel like coal, water, nuclear energy is converted into electrical energy, and the electrical power is generated in the range of 11 kV to 25 kV, which is step up for long distance transmission, and the power plant of the generating substation is mainly classified into three types: thermal power plant, hydropower plant and nuclear power plant. The generator and transformer are the main component of the generating station. The generator converts the mechanical energy into electrical energy, and the mechanical energy comes from the burning of coal, gas and nuclear fuel, gas turbine or occasionally the internal combustion engine. The transformer transfers the power with very high efficiency from one level to another. The power transfer from the secondary is approximately equal to the primary except for losses in transformer. The step-up transformer will reduce the losses in the line which makes the transmission of power over long distance. Now the second one is an transmission substation. The transmission substation carry the overhead line which transfers the generating energy from generation to the distribution substation. It only supplies the large bulk of power to bulk power substation or very big consumer. The transmission line mainly performs two functions. One is to transport the energy from generating station to bulk receiving station, and second one is it interconnects the two or more generating station. The neighboring substation are also interconnected through the transmission line. The transmission voltage is operated at more than 66 kV. And is standardized at 69 kV, 115 kV, 138 kV, 161 kV, 230 kV, 345 kV, 500 kV and 765 kV line to line. Transmission line above the 230 kV is usually referred to as an extra high voltage line. The high voltage transmission line is terminated in substation which are called high voltage substation. Now distribution substation or a distribution system. The component of an electrical power system connecting all the consumer in area to the bulk power source is called a distribution system. The bulk power station are connected to the generation system are connected to the generating station by transmission line that feed some substation which are usually situated at convention point near the load center, and the substation distribute the power to the domestic, commercial and relatively small consumer. The consumer required large block of power which are usually supplied at the substation or even transmission system. Here is the general introduction. The electricity produced by generator travels along the cables to a transformer. We change the electricity from low voltage to high voltage. Electricity can be moved long distance more efficiently using high voltage because we know that in high voltage the losses are reduced. The transmission line are used to carry the electricity to the substation, and substation have a transformer that change the high voltage electricity into lower voltage electricity. From the substation, distribution line carry the electricity to homes, office, factories which require low voltage electricity. So the voltage firstly will be step up and then transmission and then step down and then to the consumer. Now how is electricity measured? Lighting and common household appliances such as air conditioning unit, computers and toasters are all products requiring electricity to a function. What is a measure of this electrical power? And each of these household products should be marked with watt rating to reflect their usage. Most common household appliances owned by the consumer including a compliance badge which is used to indicate the amount of electrical power that particular product required to function correctly. Here we see the electricity is a measure in unit of power called a watts. A 1 volt which is equal to 1 joule per second and 1 horsepower which is equal to 745.7 watt which is used in a machine rating. A kilowatt represented as a 1000 watt. A kilowatt hour is equal to the energy of 1000 watt working for 1 hour. For example, if you use a 100 watt bulb 8 hours a day, you have used a 800 watt of power or zero point 0.8 kilowatt hour of electrical energy. Now the history of electrical power system. In 1881, two electricians built the world's first power system at Golding in England. It was powered by two water wheels and produced an alternating current that in turn supplied even 7 Siemens arc lamp at 250 volt and 34 incidence lamp at 40 volt. However, supply to the lamp was intermittent in 1882. Thomas Edison and his company. Now we see in this figure. And second, the water wheel driven DC generator installed in Atom, Wisconsin. Now first transmission line installed in Germany in 1882. Now the motor for addition system by Frank J. Scrooge. This is the history of electrical power system. Now the source of energy. Source of electrical energy which is conventional primary source or renewable or secondary sources. Primary sources like fossil fuel, nuclear power, hydropower. Renewable secondary sources like geothermal power, tidal power, biomass power, solar power, wind power. Now the fossil fuel, the main source of electric energy are the fossil fuel. A solid fuel as a coal, liquid fuel as a oil, gas fuel as a natural gas. The heat energy of this fuel is converted into mechanical energy by suitable prime movers such as steam engine, the steam turbine, internal combustion engine, etc. And the prime movers drive the alternator which convert mechanical energy into electrical energy. Although fuels continue to enjoy the place of cheap sources for generation of electrical energy, yet the reserves are diminishing day by day. Therefore, the present trend is to harness water power which more or less permanent source of power. Second one is a nuclear power. Towards the end of Second World War, it was discovered that large amount of heat energy is liberated by fission of uranium and other fissionable material. It is estimated that heat produced by 1 kg of nuclear fuel is equal to that produced by 45,000 tons of coal. The heat produced due to nuclear fission can be utilized to rise steam with suitable arrangement, and this steam can run the steam turbine which turn can drive the alternator to produce electrical energy. However, there are some difficulties in use of nuclear energy like high cost of nuclear plant, problem of disposal of radioactive waste, and need of trained personnel to handle the plant. Now the renewable secondary sources like geothermal power, tidal power, biomass, solar power, wind power. Mainly nowadays solar power and wind power are mainly uh, new era of this technology. Now wind energy is another form of solar energy. It produced by uneven heating of Earth's surface by the sun. Over 5,000 years ago, the Egyptian people used wind power to sail their ship of the Nile River. Later, people built windmills to grease their grain. Today, wind energy is mainly used to generate electricity. Wind turbine convert kinetic energy of wind into mechanical energy, and generator, which is coupled with the wind turbine, converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. Now the another one is in solar energy. Human life on our planet is completely dependent on daily flow of solar energy. And solar energy is available from the sun. The sun is the middle-aged star expected to provide the earth its energy for another about 4 billion years. The energy from sun comes as a result of fusion of hydrogen into helium under high temperature and pressure. This process releases hug amount of electromagnetic radiation energy. The sun provides most of energy used by living organisms on the earth. The movement of global air masses, the hydrological cycle, and ocean current are also due to solar energy. The portion of the sun energy passes through the terrestrial energy process and sustains life and activity. Most solar and terrestrial radiation falls between 0.15 micrometer and 120 micrometer, and the radiation of practical importance in solar studies falls between 0.15 to 3.0 micrometer. Advantages of this solar energy like sun provides a virtual unlimited supply of solar energy, renewable source of energy, pollution free conversion of solar energy, heat energy available from the sun is free of cost. Solar energy consuming device require little maintenance. The use of solar power is very clean and doesn't produce any harmful greenhouse gases. And some of the disadvantages of sun energy: if an area that does not get a lot of sunlight, it might be hard to generate power through the solar cells. It is necessary to use storage battery in combination with solar power.